Hello, and welcome to tonight's Nightly News on First Responders at United Discretion News. I'm Eleanor Everett.
And I'm Johnny Johnson.
In world relations news, we are still hard at war with Finland, who sent ICBMs that have hit and destroyed our allies, Hong Kong, London, and numerous sites in the Baltic. Finland's Prime Minister, Finnick Thunji, has announced that it was in fact them that sent the missiles.
They also have announced that they have ruthlessly gassed and killed all of their prisoners of war they held in camps this morning, murdering over 300,000 of our own people, along with those of our allies in London and Hong Kong.
Just today, Finland's government announced their new war plan calling for the creation of 20,000 new ballistic missiles this morning, as well as 15,000 new battleships, all aimed at destroying our country and our allies.
They truly are the worst, Eleanor.
That's right, Johnny. Let's look into the atrocities that Finland has committed over the years.
Well, in 2005, they launched their first nuclear attack against us, destroying our largest city in one foul swoop.
Then, in 2011, they attacked London, destroying their crops and causing a famine that lasted all the way into 2012.
And even in 2012, they implemented a bioweapon and released a plague into Hong Kong, taking out half of their working population.
That's right, London sure has been horrible in the past decade.
Yes, they sure were. In fact, we've always been battling London. So why in the streets are there signs praising their name and disgracing our allies, Finland?
It must be an attack by London to spies to try and infiltrate our good nation with all its propaganda and brainwash our citizens.
Of course. Effective immediately, anyone found with these signs praising London will be arrested and detained for treason.
Please help our nation by turning in anyone you see praising London to flush out all the spies that have been sent to infiltrate our good nation.
Back to the facts. In 2015, London bombed our lovely allies Finland, destroying 30% of their factories, reducing production by 70%.
I remember that as clear as day. It was such a tragedy, and everyone was so upset, spewing hate of London throughout all the streets.
Earlier today, we met up with a model citizen, Henrietta Hamburger, who discussed with us how she feels about the current state of war and how news channels are approaching it.
Hello, it's 8 in the morning, and we're here with model citizen Henrietta Hamburger. Hello.
Hello. It's truly an honor to be here.
How are we as citizens of our government supposed to know what to think of this war?
I think it just really comes down to trusting what fraud says on these issues, you know? It's really important to stay informed in times like this, and we just have to take what they say and go with it, you know? As long as we can place full trust in our government, they'll give us the facts. And from there, we know what to do. We know who to respect, and we know who the real enemy is.
In your opinion, is there one side of this war that's entirely wrong or in a gray area?
I think it's really clear from the information that we've been given that London is entirely wrong. It's just bad. They're evil. Their way of life is just simply wrong. There's no way around that. They're just purely evil. I've never really met anyone who sympathizes with that abomination of a society. I don't even want to imagine the kinds of things that they're shoving down their child's throat.
Wow, such a scary image. With all that fake news circling over there, it really is nice to be part of the best and most accurate, reliable news station out there.
You really hit it on the head for me with that one. You must be right. For me, I know I've been watching fraud news since I was like a child. Just a child.
Going back to this war, how do you feel about the morality of what our sworn enemy London
It's disgusting. It's disgusting. You know? I don't understand how one person, let alone an entire society, could do that to 500,000 people. It's crazy. I think this is absurd. These atrocities, whatever you want to call them. You know, how could they do that? How could anyone do that?
Wow. Being out here and getting the real, true opinions, hearing unfiltered facts from actual citizens. With that being said, thank you so much for coming on here. Let's take a commercial break. wonderful commercials.
In other news, the University of Stanford in Palo Alto has announced that the Earth is evidently round, but not the way we thought it was.
Researcher Cristino Sermononi announced his findings this afternoon. After using the newest method of Rottweiler science and logic, he is bravely going on record to set the record straight.
This is the official shape of the Earth. It's flat and it's got an ice wall all around that keeps the water inside. Fascinating.
It's so nice to finally know that the scientific community has confirmed the actual shape of our home. I was getting so tired of wondering. The information just kept flipping around.
The official name of this shape is a torus. Our Earth spins around the middle just like this whilst rotating it the same way.
Isn't that fascinating? A donut! Who would have thought a fan favorite food was actually the shape of our home?
Isn't that right? It was just tested by researchers that you can drive all the way around the globe. I mean Taurus, and be back right where you started.
Why did it take so long for scientists to figure it out?
Believe it or not, all of this misinformation was coming from our enemies over in London, who said that they thoroughly researched it, which was clearly a lie. As they always do. They always lied to us. You know, someone might think that, if anyone, the scientific communities of two warring countries would be able to get along, thinking of themselves researchers of the world, but clearly that's not the case. London is just truly evil.
Well, it sure is a good thing that they're all the way across the Taurus.
Taurus? Don't you mean plane?
What a great day it has been in our nation.
Yes, thank you for tuning into Fraud.
My pleasure.
Have a good night, and remember, they are always watching. Is the camera off? Oh,
Who really believes this thing?
no.
The Earth is flat, just like this plane. It's a really good
I feel like that'd be very weird.